Hello, my name is John Serrano from the Health Workforce Technical Assistance Center, bringing you another ArcGIS tutorial. You can find all of our GIS tutorials on our YouTube channel and on our website at healthworkforceta.org. After over a year of the COVID-19 pandemic, there's still much to learn. Thankfully, data has been collected at a national level and is available to all those interested in gaining more knowledge about the pandemic. One issue with national data is figuring out how to use it on a local level. For today's lesson in GIS, we will be allocating county-level counts of COVID-19 cases into census tracts based on the population of the census tracts. It should be noted that this approach assumes that all cases of COVID-19 are geographically distributed the same as the population. First, we will introduce a method to convert county-level COVID-19 data into census tracts using Excel and general population weights. Second, we will create a thematic map in ArcGIS of the distribution of COVID-19 cases by census tracts. We will be using two datasets for our study: COVID-19 case surveillance data and population estimates from the American Community Survey. The first dataset is the COVID-19 case surveillance data for New York State, and it was downloaded from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention's website. This data includes the total number of COVID-19 cases and deaths resulting from COVID-19 in New York State in 2020. This data is presented at the county level based on where the patients live. The COVID-19 case surveillance data is reported by states and other autonomous reporting entities. For more information about COVID-19 case surveillance data, visit the link in the description box. The second data set are population estimates for census tracts in New York from the American Community Survey. These estimates are based on data collected over a 5-year period between 2015 and 2019. Since our goal is to convert county-level COVID-19 data into census tracts, we first need to create population weights using the population estimates we obtained from the American Community Survey. In this step, we will use the SUMIF function in Excel to calculate the total population in each county. To do so, let's create a new column and call it County Population for the total county population. Type SUMIF and select the column with county names. Select the value on which the aggregation will be based on, and finally select the column containing the population estimates by census tracts. Apply this step to all rows. Now we see the total population by county. Next, create a new column called Population Percentage, where we will calculate the percentage of the county's population in each census tract. To do so, divide the population of the census tract by its county population. Apply this step to all rows. Next, change the format to percentages. This column will be used as the weights when distributing the county-level COVID-19 cases across census tracts. The second step will be joining the COVID-19 cases dataset with the population estimates and applying the weights. To do so, copy the data from the COVID-19 cases file onto a new Excel sheet. Create a new column called COVID-19 cases and use the VLOOKUP function to join both datasets using a common column, County Geo ID. Select the County FIPs column that the merge will be based on and select a range of columns in the new Excel sheet containing the common value and the column that will be joined. Type 2 to specify that the second column will be joined, and finally type false to find an exact match. Next, create a new column called Weighted Cases and multiply the population percentages by the COVID-19 cases column. Apply this step to all rows. This will result in a county's COVID-19 cases being distributed across its census tracts in accordance to its population. Now that we have the data ready, let's create a thematic map in ArcGIS to visualize the distribution of COVID-19 cases by census tract. For a full tutorial on how to create a thematic map in ArcGIS, please watch our video, How to Calculate a Ratio and Create a Thematic Map in ArcGIS. This link will be located in the description box below. As we can see, both Excel file and the census tract layer were imported into ArcGIS, and our first task is to join both datasets. To do so, right-click on the census tract layer, select Join and Relates, select Join attributes from a table, select GeoID in the first field, make sure the correct dataset is selected in the second field, select CT GeoID in the third field, and keep all the records in the Join Options section and click OK. we can see that the attributes related to COVID-19 cases in the Excel file were joined by the census tract layer. Next, right-click on the layer, select Properties, and click on the Symbology tab. Select Quantities and Graduated Colors. In the Field section, select the Weighted Cases field and define the number of classes and ranges in the Classification field. Keep the default setting for the ranges and click OK. Now we can see the distribution of COVID-19 cases by census tracts in New York. As shown in the map, there are census tracts with no value. Therefore, they do not appear on the map. It's important to display the boundaries of all census tracts so the map looks complete. Since the data has now been converted to a smaller geographic unit, it will be easier to compare it to other datasets, such as those containing information about health professional shortage areas. To recap, first, we created population weights by calculating the percentage of a county's population in each of its census tracts. Second, we joined the COVID-19 dataset with the population estimates data. Third, we multiplied the number of COVID-19 cases in a county by each census tract's population weight. Lastly, we created a thematic map in ArcGIS showing the distribution of COVID-19 cases by census tracts. Limitations. Before we close, it is important to note a major limitation when using this approach. The method we used to convert county-level data into census tracts assumed that the cases of COVID-19 were geographically distributed the same as the general population, and this assumption may not always be true. While we know the cases of COVID-19 are associated with the geographic distribution of the population, other factors, such as income and education level, may also impact the distribution of cases. As a result, caution should be used when interpreting findings based on this approach. If you have any questions regarding the content of this video or need further assistance, please contact Nafin Harun at nharun@albany.edu. Subscribe today to stay up to date on future tutorials and the rest of HW Tax content. Thanks for watching.